event.
Oh yeah.
Uh, never like this is our first. Is this our first sort of like breaking news? Is this the first time we've gone live without really even telling anyone that we're like plugging it?
Yeah, maybe.
It might be. All right. Well, everyone, thanks for watching. This is Sean, and JQ is here, and it's been like an interesting few weeks. I went to visit our good friend and number one fan Don Don in Vegas. And while I was there, while on our 2.5 hour ride to the Grand Canyon, we started watching YouTube videos about cryptocurrency and promised ourselves we would figure out how to do it and form a coalition. And I'm going to teach Jason some stuff that I learned, and you can follow along as well. That's a good right?
Yeah, that'll be
It's
good. And then we can start doing some stuff.
yeah. I'm drinking a hard seltzer. Man, I did actually talk about my Vegas trip and cryptocurrency at an open mic recently. I,
Did
I,
you?
I just told a story about like my life in my last week, 2 weeks, and I was like, my life is completely different than it was like a year ago at this time. You know what I mean? My job is different. My finances are different. My relationship is different. Like everything is like now I'm going to be day trading cryptocurrency, I think, because of a fateful trip to Vegas. All right.
Everybody
Uh,
needs a side hustle.
what's that?
We all need a side hustle these days.
Yeah, well, this is like investment, you know. Um, all right. If you're watching, hopefully you're interested in cryptocurrency, or you think maybe you think that it's too late to get in on it. And from the videos that Don and I watched, it convinced me that this is a good time to get into it. Um, and I recently got a tax refund, so I put a little bit of stuff in it. Um, and Jay, I think I even told you on Saturday when we talked about this, is I feel like it's important to invest in blockchain technology because that is the wave of the future. So that's why I'm doing cryptocurrency stuff. Do you know what blockchain technology is?
Um, I think I kind of do, but you can explain it to me
No,
more.
no, I don't think I can.
No?
It's sort of like the language about how cryptocurrencies talk to each other, and it's decentralized, and supposedly it can't be hacked. Um, this is all conversations for later, but I think this is all going to get hacked at some point. I don't know. I bet there's going to be a heist of like Bitcoin or something like that, or like something fucked up that nobody says that people say can't happen will happen. You know what I mean? Uh,
Sure. I mean, they said the Titanic couldn't sink.
yeah, that's right. All right, we're going to get started, and Jason is going to set up his Coinbase account. Jason, you have that invite that I sent to you, correct?
Yeah, let me. Oh, that's on my phone. Damn it.
Well, that's here. I'm going to show people real quick. Share screen. All right, here we go. This is Coinbase. Look, I look. I'm even. We're already showing people what I put in. I put in $500, and currently this is after like yeah April 22nd. Right now I'm up to 695. Um,
Wow.
from 500 to 695. And some of this is like free coins that I got from doing some sort of like tutorials. Like I got rewards. Um, but I mean, this is why it's a good time to do it now because most of my money is just sitting on one coin, and it's accumulated that much money over the last week and a half. All right, are you going through your Coinbase stuff?
Yeah, I'm looking for it there.
Okay. And if anybody's watching live or after the fact, there should be a link of a Coinbase invite thing link you can click on, and we'll get a little bit of money, reward money, and you'll get a little bit of reward money. Um, right now it's just Jason and I, but eventually I think Lex will be joining us, and maybe even Don will just sort of be watching and commenting. But the plan is for all of us to do a little bit of research, kind of figure out how to do stuff, like help each other along the way. And all right, where are you?
All right, I have it. It says manage my settings.
Oh,
I'm
you're already
invited to.
signed in.
Uh,
What's up,
let's.
Christine Marie and James Cruz? Uh,
Hey, what's up, guys?
thanks for what I'm gonna post the link for the Coinbase thing in the Facebook chat, just so it's there. Um, I put in 500. You can start with 100 or even 50, but I think it is a good time to just try to join the 21st century. You know what I mean? All right,
Yeah.
you're already signed in.
I'm creating an account now. I just
Oh,
created it.
okay. So while that's happening, I guess I'll still take people through. I mean, I think, and I partly think this is weird to be showing everyone this, but also there's so many YouTube tutorials where everybody is showing their portfolio. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
um,
I tried looking up some stuff before you told me not to look up some stuff, and
yeah,
there's just so much stuff out there, and it's just like, well, I don't know. It was almost overwhelming.
yeah. I mean, I can't believe how much I know, how much I think I know from over the last week and a half, and how much I know I don't know. Uh, like, I kind of um, am a little bit aware on how to read these charts, and sort of like there's tutorials on sort of like looking for trends, and maximizing your ability of buying low and selling high. But
uh,
I'm really in this for like the long haul. Like I'm not. I mean, maybe I'll start day trading and doing a lot of like conversions like every day. I don't know, but I have I put $500 in Ethereum right now, which is the second most stable Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is the huge one that's the grandfather, and Ethereum is sort of like the um, mother or father, and Bitcoin is the grandmother or whatever. But most of this is increase has just been Ethereum over the last week, which has been trending upwards. Some movement, up and down, but still trending upwards. Um, so, I mean, this might tank down. Let's look at Ethereum for over a year. All right, look, um, a long-term increase, but like decreases and increases along the way. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's a good thing at the moment. Let's look at my portfolio again. I've had increases in Ethereum, and then I took some of that out and I moved it around to some other stuff to just try to like fuck around with smaller coins, but I'm in this for the long haul. Ethereum will eventually go down, but it'll probably go back up again. All right, what are you up to?
I'm just putting. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna come out of this. I'll finish setting this up later.
Oh, um,
I
did
have
it?
an account. It's just asking me for all my info now on the account.
Oh yeah, did it ask you to like write down 10 code words or something?
No, not yet. I
Oh,
think that's the stuff that I was going through now.
okay. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. because I also signed up for an account for some NFT thing, and that asked me for 10 to write down 10 passwords because if I ever lose my password, I have to like use those 10 keyword passwords. I couldn't remember
Oh,
if this website did that as well. If it did, I didn't write them down, or because I don't have them or something like that. But all right, let's go. I'm going to look real quick and see if there's any questions on Facebook. I have no clue what to do. All right. Don, I would like to say my username is I have no idea what I'm doing, and therefore I can offer no advice on this. Do not risk more than you can afford to lose. Yes, perfect. That's maybe the best comment that's ever been typed on a Storm Morning Show, anything. We don't know what we're doing. We're not financial advisors. I
absolutely. Yeah.
can't afford to lose $500, but I can't afford to do nothing with my life. And Don's username is I have no idea what I'm doing. Uh, and then therefore he can offer no advice. But we're committed to learn together. This is the point of all this. Um, all right.
So
Yes.
so does the does crypto work like the stock market? Do you know like that much? How does it work?
I mean, I know the answer to this, but I don't know what that means. You know,
Okay.
like, is it like the stock market? Yes, there are like people who invest short term and long term. It's like prices fluctuate. There's like buying and selling. I think what's
That's
different,
nonsense. Yes.
yeah, and there's so many videos that I've watched that have talked about like stock market investing theories, and people apply it to to cryptocurrency. I think the biggest advantage is that if you're trading stocks, sometimes you might not be able to find a seller or a buyer. It might be hard to move stocks.
Okay.
But with cryptocurrency, it's sort of like it's a big pool of people buying and selling. So it's sort of like if you want to if you want to sell some stuff because it's trending downwards or you think it's you know what I mean, like it's easy to do it. Or if something's tanking, there's always a buyer who's looking to buy in low, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
So like Don said, it's supply and demand.
yeah. Did he say that?
Yeah. Don, you gotta come on the show.
Yeah, he could always call in and or like use the Zoom and sort of keep his camera off. Uh, you know, I don't like my photo taken either, but um, I'm a comedian, so I have to like let people know what I look like. Um, all right. So I don't actually I don't geez I don't know what else to cover, but Coinbase is the thing to start. I think Coinbase is an exchange, and there's also wallets. So at some point, I have to get a trust wallet because Coinbase won't let you buy every coin that's available. Like you have to do accounts in other wallets, and you can move money from one wallet to another, even if it's from your own account. Um,
Yeah.
but all right, Jason, as soon as you're able to put money in,
I'm
I
gonna try to put money in tonight, and then so this way, the next time we do the show, we can talk about it.
yeah, but as soon as you're able to, um, and I think it takes like 5 days before you're able to move all of it. I think you may be able to move some of it, and what you should do is go to trade and um, I think, oh yeah, what you should do is put money into Ethereum.
Ethereum.
Ethereum, yes. You
Ethereum.
should buy Ethereum and pay with whatever your bank information is.
Okay.
Um, and let it sit in Ethereum because Ethereum is the currently sort of like second most stable Bitcoin, and it's been trending upwards for quite a while. Um, and yeah, and like I said, I've currently this isn't all increases within like some of this was like some of this increase was rewards. Oh, that's the other thing I should tell you. But anyway, like this is all just from the last week of having most of my money in Ethereum and then pulling out some of the as soon as I made something from the first 2 days, I used that excess and put it into some of these other smaller coins. Um, am I sharing my screen right now?
No.
Shoot, I thought I was sharing the screen. Um, I was like going through shit for
This is the first time. This is the first time.
yeah. All right. So look, this is my portfolio. Boom. I put in 500. I'm currently up to 695. Most of that is from my Ethereum holdings. Look, I got 80% of my money in there, but then I have some stuff in these Stellar, Compound, Cosmos, New Cipher, Cello. That was this is all this in Cello is free from some tutorial I watched. And I think this Bitcoin that I own, this $5.25 worth of Bitcoin, was some reward for signing up or something like that. So yeah, this is what I'll. You can see my screen, right?
Yeah, yeah. This is everything you own right now
Yeah.
in Bitcoin.
And
Okay, so I see. Yeah, most of it is in Ethereum right now.
yeah, yeah. And all right, once. Oh, Jason, I think you can do this now, even before you put money in. But go to earn rewards, and then there's like these. Oh, and here, like invite friends. You get 10, and I think I get 10, and I
Oh wow.
put your email address in there, and then I also put the link of this in the chat. Hey, help us out. Help you.
Yeah.
Right? We're all helping each other.
Invest in stoners.
That's right. Because we're changing the world. Anyway, if you go to earn rewards, you watch these videos. I watched some video on Cello to learn what Cello is, and they gave me $6 of Cello. I watched some stuff on Graph. They gave me $3 of that. New Cipher. Um, everything that I watched videos for and I got money for, I left that in there. You know what I mean? I didn't transfer it to other stuff. But some
Okay.
of these I I invested more in because the videos themselves gave me some sort of good like uh, insight into them, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put more into that. So this is extra stuff, but I put extra in Stellar Lumens. I put extra in Compound. I put a little bit extra in Cosmos. New Cipher, I think that was all rewards. Um,
Is there any way to look up what these companies are?
oh yeah, great question. All right, so
Yeah.
let's look up Stellar Lumens. Boom. So this, all right, it shows my wallet. See, look at I received Lumens from Stellar. Boom, $2 worth, $2 worth, $2 worth, and then I invested. I took $30 out of my Ethereum and put it into here, transferred it.
Uh,
Um, so if you go to overview, this this is shit that I don't know about yet. Market cap, volume, circulating supply. Like, I need to know more about this stuff. But yeah, here about Stellar Lumens, and then here's the official website, and then here's white paper. I think is probably like a PDF of like,
oh wow.
yeah, holy shit, look at man. There's too much to learn, but
A lot of reading.
the good thing is that there are other people doing this. So the stuff that I put extra money in, I put in because of this stuff that I watched. Now I'm I'm I, I'm I'm so I'm a little stoned and I'm like pointing to the screen and trying to like anyway, I also watched some videos of other people who have their own channels of like, hey, I'm not a financial advisor, don't take my advice, but this is what I think. And some of their picks were some of these things that I got reward coins for.
Oh
So,
wow.
so like that's why I was like, I took into account like their recommendations. I took into account like what I learned and like, oh, this is smart. So Stellar, real quick, is, and you can go to their website. They this coin in particular is supposed to make wire transfers easier. Like Jay, if one of your brothers was in Italy and had like an emergency and you needed to wire money to them, it wouldn't go directly to Italy probably. It would go from your bank to probably a bank in Switzerland or England, and it would need to be converted to pounds. And then it might go to another intermediary bank in like Germany, and then it would have to be transferred to Deutschmark or whatever. I forget what Germany does. And then it would go to Italy, and then it would be converted to that. And there's like every step along the way, they take a little piece of it. So this coin, it's just sort of like if you were going to transfer money across seas, it would go dollars to Stellar, and then Stellar to whatever currency you're sending it to, and then that's it. So it's supposed to be
Oh
cheaper and
wow.
instantaneous. Um, so that's that. And I don't know how it works though. Of like, so I invested in Stellar, but how do you do what I just described using these to send money overseas? I guess you go to the website to do that. So anyway, that's it. We got started. Stoner Morning Show, offshoot show, cryptocurrency.
Crypto.
Um, do you have any more questions? And somebody, oh, G.E. Jarrell wrote, converted a pepperoni. That's funny for the Italy stuff. Oh, and Constance Cooper says, Sean, you always totally exceed my expectations. Constance, I got to tell you more about this Vegas trip. It was a wild, weird time. I never expected to go to Vegas. Although you and I have talked about this stuff. You know what right?
Yeah.
Um, so now we're here and we're doing it.
And I'm sure I'll
Oh,
have
I'm
like
still
more
sharing my
questions for
screen.
you, but
Look at, I'm still, I'm out of it. I'm drinking spiked cider.
yeah,
What were you saying? We'll have questions?
I'm sure I'll have more questions for you, but I'll hit you up in the DMs and
That's right.
ask you.
And we'll get Lex on here pretty soon.
Because Lex has been trading a lot longer than both of us
Yeah,
on that. He's been doing it since he's been in North Carolina, I think.
yeah. All right. Well, if you're interested in starting,
Oh, Lex is actually up. I don't know
oh, tell him
if he
to,
wants to come on.
tell him to jump on, and then we'll wrap up this episode. Maybe he'll tell us um, what his plan has been over the last few years. I think it's just long term. Just throw it in stuff and like watch it hopefully accumulate. Um, Here's one other thing I'll say. Here, I'll share my screen again. I trade. All right. Everyone's been talking about Dogecoin because it's a cryptocurrency with no use case. That's the other weird thing about all of these coins have a specific purpose. And even Ethereum has a specific purpose that it's like too confusing to go into at the moment. But Dogecoin is not tradable. So there's so many coins that you can trade within Coinbase, but Dogecoin is not available within Coinbase. So if I wanted Dogecoin, I would have to open up another cryptocurrency wallet and a different website and then transfer money from here to there. and then from there, I could invest in Dogecoin. But I'm currently not interested in doing it.
Is Dogecoin popular, or I mean, what
Dogecoin is
advantage does
popular
it have?
because if you look at these charts just from, so this is the monthly chart.
Oh wow, yeah,
April
it's
12th, it was 7 cents. And now it's worth 37 cents. But at its peak, it was like 43. So, I mean, this, let's look at
oh,
the,
it seems very unstable.
well, it was actually very stable this whole time
Oh,
because it was trading at a very constant thing. But then it jumped. Here's Lex. Anyway, so I'm not doing Dogecoin because I can't do it within Coinbase at the moment, and plus I'm not interested in. I think it will now be stable there for quite a while. That's what
huh.
people are saying. Hey,
What's up, guys?
What's
hey,
up,
We're
Lex?
live too. Okay.
what if? Yeah.
So let me give financial advice.
Well, I mean, we kind of finished it. I walked Jay about starting a Coinbase account, and then that was it. But here, do you want to see what I've been up to?
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Go
review
over.
people who were watching, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I went in with $500.
Yes. Good time.
Most of it is in Ethereum, and
Yeah.
it's currently my portfolio is almost $700.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well done. You
80
did it.
80% in Ethereum, and then there's all these smaller coins that I just threw a little
It's
something
all
in
stuff.
just to
Mhm.
fuck around.
Diversify.
I
I don't know what's next.
I'll give you guys the only financial advice I'll give on this show is to you guys directed directly at Sean and Jason, which is that we never give out financial advice. We just tell people what we're doing and give out information.
That's right.
We're not financial advisors, and we're not encouraging anybody to do anything with money.
Right.
Well, I mean, we did throw our Coinbase invite code in the chat, so we're encouraging people to do stuff that they feel comfortable doing.
Yeah. But we're not giving any advice. We're just telling them what we're doing.
Right. Yeah.
We're not telling them how to spend their money or anything like that.
No.
But we are giving them information.
Yes.
I was thinking about this because my portfolio, and let me see if I could actually get on it, but like my portfolio is actually like 50% Bitcoin, 80%, 30%, 30% Ethereum. Then I have like 5% in Uniswap, 5% in Stellar Lumens.
Yeah.
Oh no, 5%. Oh man, I don't know. I broke it down. I guess the rest of it is in like Stellar Lumens, Cardona,
I've heard of that one.
Uniswap, and like some, and then like $40 in like some like CeeLo Gold. And anyway, the point being is this: the majority, like I had watched a video on cryptocurrency and on a conservative end based off of like, maybe I'll send it to you guys. There was like I was watching this video and it was like a fin, and it was like a diagram of like half of it was like risky and half of it was like not risky, and where you're falling on this kind of like Venn diagram of it wasn't a Venn diagram, but it's the most popular diagram I can say.
I agree.
Of like how you want it, but then, so that's what they said. They basically were like, the main two coins that you want is Ethereum and Bitcoin, and you want to lean heavily on Bitcoin. That's what everything's based off of. But then you look at what's going on now, and Ethereum is outgrowing Bitcoin by like twice as fast, And it's annoying that because I want to be more aggressive. I want to be more aggressive, and I want to, you based off of what I just saw with yours, Sean, yours has grown so much faster than mine I don't know, but you only had it for like a week or two, right? Because that's how it's.
Here's
Yeah.
Ethereum over its lifetime. Boom, 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 ba bang, and then here is Bitcoin over its lifetime.
Ooh, we might pop the 3,000 mark right now.
I don't know. They're kind of the same. They're just the numbers.
Yeah. But we're with Bitcoin, it's in a holding pattern for the last month. If you look at the last month, Sean, click on that.
Yeah.
See, we're actually still, we're hovering around between 53 and $50,000. Those are the numbers that it's been floating around for the month. And now, if you switch back to Ethereum, and I
Yes.
think it's grown like 30 something percent in the last month. 50%.
Yeah.
So if you put in so you missed it by, like, if you did it a full month ago, you'd have $250.
Right.
You got in there. Now, I had bought Ethereum. When I bought Ethereum, I bought it a couple months ago. I think it was sometime in early February, and it was at like $1,400.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty proud of. And even then, I was nervous about. I was like, I probably missed the high.
Oh,
but
really?
then that's when I started watching all this shit, and everybody's like, "No, this is only at the beginning of the bump." But
who's to say? But yeah.
Yeah, who's to say?
Yeah.
Exactly. But so far, they've been proven true. It's just they've been sitting on Bitcoin, just sitting there.
Yeah.
So there's this like fear of missing out, and there's this fear of like when you're driving and you like see a lane moving faster than your lane, and you switch into that lane, and then also that lane stops, and then you watch all these other cars moving. That's how I feel right now.
Bitcoin's been around since the early 2000s, right?
Are you reading that?
No. I from what I remember, because I remember hearing about Bitcoin and they'd be like, "Oh, I should try to buy some of those Bitcoin things and everything when it first came out."
Lex, didn't it seem like a fake question?
Yes, it did.
He was reading off of a teleprompter.
Yeah, it was also because he was looking off screen and his eyes are moving too.
That's
so
true.
in dream world.
I can find out when Bitcoin started by looking at the chart here, and it's like
I think it was 2007 or something like that, 2006.
Early 2000.
I think it was December of 2013.
Wow. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
2013 is, I feel, too early, but it might have been right around that. It might have been past the 2010 mark.
And it didn't have its first huge jump until
2013.
December of 2017.
Yeah, that was the big jump that made everybody start paying attention. But I think 2013 there was already a jump. That was a big one because that was from like the $10 to like $250, $300.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
But Bitcoin, I think itself started earlier than that.
Yeah. Again, we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to remind people. Yeah, by us showing them how we talk, they should know not to listen to us financially.
But I think we're a good entry point for people.
Yeah.
It's still fun. It's still fun.
I almost
January. Bitcoin started January 2009.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh. Well, I guess they don't have records that go back that far on Coinbase. But I nearly started with just $100. I nearly started with just 100, nearly just 100. But then some video Don and I watched. It was just sort of like, if you want to do it, try to go a little braver.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right, 500.
It is. It is one of those things where it makes me annoyed. I think you guys were with me when I first put money into it finally, because I've known about it for 2000. It was December of 2018, I think. It was right after the last boom, and it was dropping.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much it would drop.
I think we were in Richmond, Virginia, when you really started talking to me about how you invested in it.
Yeah, and I put $350 into it.
Right.
And if I never even touched it, I'd have over $1,700 right now.
What are you at now?
27 or 28.
2,800?
Yeah, but I reinvested. Like I put more money back into it.
Sure.
And I bought on dips in this last go round, like when it's been going up and then down and then up and then down.
Yeah.
Um,
Are you on Coinbase?
yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share my screen right now.
Have you done those earn rewards videos?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think we did talk about it.
Yes. So I mean, that's what was introduced me to some of those, like Stellar Lumens.
Yeah.
I looked into it, but all right. So here's my portfolio, and so I have Bitcoin. What I did was, as it grew, I just started dumping it into smaller coins, except for like I actually bought into Ethereum at one point, and then I was moving stuff from Ethereum was growing so fast that I moved it over to others. So you see, just under 50% is at Bitcoin. It was actually over 50%, but because Bitcoin's been growing so slow, and Coinbase and Ethereum is growing so fast.
Why don't you move like $300 from Bitcoin to Ethereum? Show Jason how to do it.
I actually did yesterday or the day before, and I could show you here, like right here, converted Bitcoin.
Hey, you did.
All right. Minus 194, and I used it to buy Ethereum.
Yeah.
Right. I also converted. This is I took $40 and bought into Chainlink. Chainlink is the most recent one that like I read about or heard about through a couple of videos that I watched, where it's like similar to Ethereum, where there are companies working off of that type of technology.
Yeah.
And so,
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay for any of these like transfers or anything like that?
If it's small, that's how Coinbase makes most of their money. So there's other. But
it's tiny.
It's $1 here or there, or as much as like $3.
Right.
If you're just dumping money, if you're putting money in and then letting it sit, then Coinbase seems like it's not that bad. But if you're trading and going back and forth, then there's other forums that do better. I forgot what they're called, but and also they have a Coinbase Pro, and it'll have a am I still sharing my screen?
Yeah.
And it'll have the ticker.
There's a Coinbase Pro?
Yeah. And so I think
I had no fucking clue.
And so you'll see like the ticker that's like shit that's more advanced than I even know about. But you actually have to that, and I don't know if it's worth it yet. I just found out about it. But look, see, so you actually have a ticker, and you can. So I think the cost of everything transferring.
They call these Japanese candlesticks. I've watched a few videos on what these mean. Fuck, we're gonna get it. That's a whole other. That's next week, Jay.
Oh, damn.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll learn together. I'm glad you guys let me join.
Yeah.
The two ones that I'll say that I am excited about are
not for anyone else, just for yourself.
Yeah, just myself. Chainlink, I mean Uniswap. I did already tell you about Chainlink. I don't know enough about it, but I do know that everybody says that they're involved with shit. Uniswap. Based off of market cap, they're in the top 5, and I bought $5, I think, and it's at 35 each. I have 2 coins, so it went up by $20 since I bought it.
Wow, you know how many coins you have? I don't even know.
Okay, so if you're looking on my screen, you see right here, Bitcoin. I have 0.03. Ethereum, I have just over a third of a coin.
Got it.
Stellar Lumens, I have 250.
Cool.
Cardano, Uniswap. So Uniswap, I got 2 coins,
Yeah.
and
Alright.
I made money with it.
I see that now.
And the one that I'm annoyed about is Cardano because that went up.
Yeah.
Are ones that I want to just let and sit for as long as I can
Yeah.
until I don't like the company. And
Yeah.
then the bigger ones, I want. And I'm hoping that they'll double, and I could pull out some if needed,
That's what I'm doing.
which I will need probably, and then let it ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like free money.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, this was a
And you
good.
could,
Yeah.
if you could see that, here's where I actually dumped extra money in when it went
Yeah.
like it was dropping a little bit, and I shut up. Dropped.
Have
And
you?
then for the most part, it's just right now. What?
Yeah. Have you withdrawn any or no?
Yeah, but this is all during during the beginning of COVID of
Oh,
last, you know. So it's like way back here, way back when I had only $40. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I started putting money back in when I started making money again.
Right. All right. Well, we're both up. You know.
Nice. I'm about to be up.
Yeah. All right. I don't know. Thanks for watching, everybody. What else do you guys got? Anything?
Oh no, that's it. I think I talked about it on the regular show, but we could talk more about
The real
it
show.
and see if we're right.
Let's call that the real show, and we'll figure out
Okay.
all this. Yeah, this isn't the real.
This is not the real
This
show.
is the Stoner Crypto Show.
This is our fantasy world.
Yeah.
I'll play. All right, so I'll drop the seed for you guys to look into it. Look into what Bitcoin halving was.
Yeah.
Like we do research on what a Bitcoin halving was, and what that did to the market.
Having with an
HALV.
Yeah.
Like cut in half, having?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Having.
So
Cut in half,
so let's talk about that next week. Is like what or next real show.
Yeah.
What a halving was and what it did to the market. What do you guys learn? And we'll share what we learned from each other. Because what?
We should tease what we are going to talk about on the spin-off show. James Cruz just said this is the spin-off show, which is
yes.
We should tease what we're going to talk on the real show about what we'll talk on. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
On the real show, we'll tease this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So ignore what we just said. We'll talk about that on the real show.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's some homework I guess we could do to learn.
Yeah. No, and I think eventually we'll like read up on these like lesser known coins and take risks on like ones that we think.
Yes.
Useful. I mean, even the ones that you and I don't know about, Lex. Like, but the Chainlink. I did watch a video on that, and I nearly put money into that this weekend. Maybe I should do that.
Uniswap, right?
The one also that I think, the one that I had money in that I took out was Bitcoin Cash, and I'm kind of annoyed at myself because I had it at like it's at $1,000, a little over $1,000 right now, and I bought it at like $750. And then I used it. I was using it because I liked Ethereum. I was trying to keep the money in Ethereum and move it out of Bitcoin Cash. But then I thought to myself, I don't really believe in Bitcoin Cash. I don't really know what it's doing. So I took all the money out and I moved it into. That's when I really spread out with some other things.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin Cash is going up. It went up from like I said. I think I bought it like $746, and now it's at like $1,000.
How much do you have in Chainlink, Lex?
Just 40. I think just $40.
I'm gonna put.
I don't know it enough.
Mine just broke.
700.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna put some into Chainlink right now. I'm gonna put it in from. I'm going to put 30 in from my.
Why don't you buy one full Chainlink coin? And you just have one.
Oh shoot! No,
well, that's what I did, so I don't have to do math all the time in my head.
convert. Here we go. I'm going to convert Ethereum to
Bitcoin Cash.
no to Chainlink.
Oh, to Chainlink. Yeah.
This is good. We're showing people how to do this. Shoot, where is it?
There it is. You just
Okay.
passed it. It's the bottom. There it is.
All right, $30,
All right.
and we'll see.
It'll preview the. It'll preview the. Once you do that, and it'll break it down what you're actually buying too. You see?
Coinbase fee, nothing.
Oh, wow.
Convert.
Nope.
All right,
Boom.
we did it.
So when it takes the fee out, does it take it out of your capital in Coinbase? Or
Say-
out
what's
of
the
what
question
it's
again?
from the account? Or do you pay for it out of your credit card? I'm just wondering how that
If you're
works.
if you're choosing convert, it converts it out of the money that you chose. And if you decide to buy, then it'll come from the bank account you linked up with.
Yeah.
And you can link up multiple banks and choose from which one you want.
Yeah.
If you-
And we can send coins to each other.
Yes, we could if we want.
Yeah. We will want to.
Yes. And wait, there was something I was going to say. Oh, the one thing Sean, you know what you might want to do, or anybody else listening, if they're using, this is the one thing, because I've had it so long, like I literally had to do it myself, was if you go into your wallet, it won't tell you what you bought your price for, so it'll tell you how much money you spent and how much you bought, but it won't tell you at what price you bought it at.
Right.
So I had to say, like, the initial $350. I had to go in. I typed in, I used a calculator. I put 350, and I looked up on my wallet how much Bitcoin I had bought 3 years ago. It was like 0.03 something or other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I use that, then I times the money plus, times how much Bitcoin I bought, and then I got the price of how much it would be worth now, right? Like I could figure out how much it was worth now, basically, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't tell you what you bought it at, So I was thinking, especially because I've been probably playing with it more than I should over the last month. I wish I could know, let's say I should just sit, but I'm a dummy and I'm moving it and blah, blah, blah. I think it would be good if you write down what you initially bought it, the price is at, just so you know, because it is a nice knowledge. All right, I bought it at $1.14 and now it's $1.52,
Yeah.
And, you're just kind of guessing in your head when you say, oh, it's up this much and that much,
Sure.
Which is big.
I like that how the portfolio thing shows you how much you're up and everything. But yeah, it doesn't
show you how much your percentage is up, though.
Right. Yeah. Like these down here that's not my Ethereum, that's all Ethereum.
Yes, it's all Ethereum. But now by the way, it's interesting now, Bitcoin is, I wonder, I don't know if Bitcoin will ever trail Ethereum, but it's interesting to see how Bitcoin is at 58. It's been sitting at 52, 50. I think I went to sleep at it being around 53. Ethereum was at 27.5, and now Ethereum's shooting up.
Oh, it just broke 3,000. That was what everyone was saying. Like, will it?
Yes.
Won't, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were live for the Bitcoin breaking 3,000.
Oh, cool.
That's an all-time high. People get off on that. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, wow! Stoner Crypto Morning Show first.
Yeah.
Ethereum broke 3,000. All right.
Maybe in the future we can tell people what to buy, but not now.
No, I don't think we're.
You have to become financial advisors then.
Yeah.
There's a whole license for that.
I don't want to. If they gave me a license, I wouldn't turn it.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. Well, we have 10 minutes left, guys.
Yeah.
We have 9 minutes left. Not that we have to go an hour. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I was going to say.
Any closing thoughts? We'll also figure out maybe a regular time to do this, but this was just on the whim.
If you want to show them, I mean, it's really bad. I don't think it's good enough information. But if you look on Coinbase, if you click on each company, it does give you a breakdown of kind of what they're doing.
Oh, you
Right.
mean like the
So
website or
underneath, and they have top stories as well, right? But
yeah.
yeah, there's about Ethereum, and then they'll tell you more about it.
We'll talk about what
Um,
Ethereum is next week. It's like too so much.
yeah,
I
it's
know
a
I know
lot.
I know how to just define what Ethereum is, but it's also like I don't know how to use it to for transactions, built-in contract law and shit, you know? I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
I don't know, and
Yeah.
that's it. I mean, that's the other thing that we got to learn too is like the third generation. This is like we're literally in the third, and maybe people are working on the fourth generation. But when we're talking about like uh, Chainlink uh, and Cardano, those are like third generation cryptocurrencies, and they have a whole new thing that they can do. That like the technology is moving so goddamn fast. It's crazy.
Yeah. What if you had if to predict like not anything about prices or anything, but if you were to predict like what will we be into like 6 months or a year from now? Like let's give us a prediction about like where we are.
What will, where we are.
Yeah. Like are we gonna do you think we'll get to a point where we're gonna be
Like, let's give us a
mining coins and like I'll have like a bunch of servers in my apartment?
yes. I'm looking into I am looking into it now
Oh.
because it's just a matter of what the initial investment is. But I have thought about taking like the money that I want to withdraw and put it into. But it wouldn't be Bitcoin. Actually, what's crazy right now is some like it seems like even though I wouldn't invest in it anymore, Litecoin is exceptionally good for mining coins right now.
What is
Like
Uh,
what is mining? Can you guys give me a little explanation of what mining is?
I think that's like I don't know.
That's another show.
okay.
That's show
Yeah.
3.
All right, I could say what I basically understand it as, and I could be obviously, but what I understand it as basically, you know, when they say something's decentralized, it's
Yeah.
basically saying like, you know what, you see those movies and they have this big, the company, and then there's like on one floor they have like this giant server and there's like a big cooling system and shit like that, and they got to break
Yeah.
into it for whatever to plug some stuff in. Well, you're allowing your computer to be part of a server. It's just spread. Everybody's allowing it, so they're paying you for your computing. Your computer, you're basically renting out
Your
your
process.
GPU, your processor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're paying you for that. That's what mining is.
Yeah. And you have to take into account that your electricity costs will go up
Yes.
doing that. I've heard
So
that.
there are Coinbase. There are cryptocurrency like there are things on the web that you can put in what your hash rate is. Your hash rate is how much computing information you're allowing yourself to use.
Yeah.
And also electricity costs, and then you could find out what your profitability on what your mining would be.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that
So,
is another show.
so right now it sounds like Bitcoin is the chance of you actually finishing a blockchain. It is supposed to be broken up, but there's like literal factory farms, especially in China right now. They say that's one of the reasons why like there was a real big dip a month and a week or two ago. It just straight dropped from like 58 to like 42, 43. And it was because there was a big blackout in China, and it freaked the whole market out. But
Wow.
anyway, there's I just started looking into it because it's not free, but it is. There's money. I mean, you could make as much. I mean, one guy was saying on the video that you could be making as much with like 10. He had 10 computers geared straight for just mining, and he was making 3 Litecoin a month.
Yeah.
3 or 4 Litecoin a month, and so that means Litecoin was at like 275. Maybe it might be at 3, but that's an extra like grand,
Yeah.
that like $600 to $1,000 extra that you're making, and it's like you're making money plus inflation because it grows at the same
Yeah.
time too. So
James Cruz just pointed out that there's also Canacoin and Hempcoin that we could buy, which I'm sure will be doing some cannabis related stuff.
Hey, don't blow up my spot. I was gonna look all into cannabis stuff after I got off the show.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, man. Maybe in like a year we're gonna be
the biggest,
maybe we'll have a house upstate and we'll be mining and also growing weed in it. Who knows?
I'm for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Oh, and speaking of,
I mean, honestly, Jay, that's one thing that I would think about is, the electricity cost. But if you set up some solar panels and stuff like that,
That's why I've been looking into a wind turbine for the top because there's a lot of wind up here in the winter time. So that I think it's like 400 watts or something like that. So I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
oh, and speaking of weed, real quick, I'm currently I've
Yeah.
depending.
You're doing peyote critical too.
Yeah. This is also not an endorsement. Follow your state laws. You know what I mean? But I'm just letting you know that I have this from Nirvana Farms, peyote critical.
Yeah.
It's
really
And
good.
where you're from, it's legal and enjoyable.
Yeah, I
You
have it.
should go out and check out their website.
I don't have any weed. I want to tell everybody I don't have any weed.
Good to know. All right. Well, good work, guys. This was informative, I think. Maybe entertaining.
Crypto stoners.
Yeah. Like every cryptocurrency video on YouTube, maybe 10% of this was useful information.
Yeah.
The rest of it.
Yeah. No matter how bad it is, it's still just as good as everybody else's.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm proud of you, man. You're ripping through it. Honestly, I think when I did calculations on my shit, I think I'm only honestly up because of the money that I've taken out, and I took it out at probably bad times. Like I said, my initial 350 would have been $1,700, but because I took money out and at bad times I took money when it was on the low and put money in when it was on the high.
Yeah.
I think I'm only up, if the money that I've put into, I'm at probably real money invested $1,200.
Got it.
Right? I think I put $900 in before this month.
Yeah.
And I've been playing with it since. So, but that means like 900 plus the 300, like, is 20. So I've kind of doubled my money right now.
Yeah.
That's basically my calculation, or actually that based off of what I saw yesterday. But you're only in it for a week and a half, man, and you're almost 40% up.
Well, I mean, that's why Don and I convinced ourselves it was a good time, just because of a lot of information that we heard that confirmed each other that it's not a bad time to start. I've also told myself,
I think we're on.
I've also told myself that I will make a mistake and fuck something up at one point, be down, and also it'll be down, but not to panic, and it'll probably go back up again.
Yeah,
true.
That's I think how I'm looking at it too. Is if it did say throw a curveball and crash quicker than I expected, or if I missed my opportunity, I'm not going to get mad at myself no matter what.
Yes.
If I take money out early, I'll just be glad I didn't, that I made money.
Yeah.
If it does crash out of nowhere and I lose a shit ton and I actually lose money or I break even again, and then whatever money that's left in it, because like I said, I'm hoping that I pull it out. Like, honestly, I'll tell you my goal right now is that I'd like to triple, I'd like it to triple what I have, what's in there now.
Yeah.
That's from everything that a lot of people are talking about. everybody's optimistic about it jumping up over the next 3 or 4 months, right? But obviously that's all still speculative.
Sure.
If they were based off of math, it would actually go up by 5 to 8 times as much. But I'm thinking that it's going to be less than that. I'm planning on pulling out my goals. I'm pulling out, if it hits 3x, and anything else is just like just entertainment and watching it. And if I pull out, and if everything crashes, then I'm just pulling out the money that I've before this peak. So I'm pulling out at least I'm dropping back down to like the $1,200.
Yeah.
Like I'll leave $1,200 in. I hope, or at least hopefully pull it, and then ride the shit out and ride that $1,200 to like into the next big bull market.
Yeah. We'll fucking see what happens. If you're watching, click on that Coinbase link and get started.
Yeah. Follow our journey.
Yeah. You've got to wait 5 days once the money's in before you can move it around. But just buy into Ethereum, let it sit, and see what happens. And, I don't know.
Yeah, now is a good time.
Yeah.
No advice. I'm not advising it. It just seems like we're not at the top. That's what everybody said.
Now's a good time for us.
Yeah, and now's a great time for us, for you to do that.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to stop, and then we'll figure out
this because I have been thinking about this a lot lately. I'm glad you.
No, it's a convergence of things. All right.